Good morning, everybody. I made it. Wow. Look at all these comments. Jim Schultz, Craig Edwards, Robert Dyer, Edward Crandall, Jersey Bryan, Murray, James Lonergan. Thank you, James. Yeah, I did make a post there on I had to leave here literally 5 minutes before the live stream to run Melanie to the front gate. Thank you for joining us. Edward Crandall, yeah. Racism in the Philippines. You won't get away from it much here, but it's certainly not going to be on the same level as we're seeing right now in the U.S. Thank you guys for joining the live stream this morning. Gary T, good morning. Yeah, for many of you that missed the post I made on the Facebook page, I did have to leave the house here to run Melanie to the front gate so that she can go to the bank. BPI, we have to pay tuition for the kids. It's due. Is today the 2nd? Yeah. Loot all my peppers. Yeah. You would have to take the whole plant. Thank you for your patience. How's the audio video? Is everything good? Thumbs up. Dennis Brock. Good morning to Dennis Brock from Cavite. Something about Alex Steele. Jess Barrett, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. Ramel from South Calocan. Murray is going to purify water. Not a bad idea, Murray. That is a business here where I live that's fairly watered down. Island Born, or is it? Yeah. Island Born, good morning. James Lonergan, good morning. Gary T. DJ Mansau, good morning. Yeah. Edward, I have a very interesting story about that goes along with that, Edward. If you will remind me, let me try and catch up here. I've got a great story about just what you commented. Ramel, I'm glad that you can stop by, brother. You're always here. Ramel is a staple, as many of you are. Okay, James, thank you. James, I've got something on my mind I want to talk to you about too. No looting at Philo's, Maddie will get you. Well, there's actually. Oh, Maddie's way deep underneath the bed there. I'm not going to be able to coax her out unless I have like a paper wrapper or something, she'll think I've got food and she'll come out from underneath the bed. Mike Foodie, good morning. Magandang umaga po. Not a lot of, not a lot of huge money. You know, my good friend, Tito Road, who spent some time in the USA even, has said to me many times, I don't know how to make money in the USA, but I know how to make money here in the Philippines. And he's done very well at that. Makoto, good morning. Matt Hammer, good morning. Wow, 32 people in here. Thank you guys all for coming this morning. And there's Mark Doyle. Good morning, Mark Doyle. How are you, sir? Let me see if I missed anything. Gary T, not much. Haven't ventured out much. I was out on the motorbike yesterday. Again, had to go back to 7-Eleven to load up the Paymaya, which I'm trying to put a video together for you guys about that Paymaya, as well as the Rare Food Shop, which we bought some awesome steaks from. And I've vlogged it, but I just haven't been able to put the video up yet. No red horse, Dennis. Well, the red horse is flowing here, baby. Everybody's got it. I can walk out now at any time of day and go to any sorry store and they've got it. Robert Dyer says he needs to make money here. Okay. Interesting. So I thought that we were asses and elbows getting out of here. You should have seen Melanie. I think Melanie got dressed in probably 3 minutes flat. Zach Blendito, good morning. Clyde Seaside, good morning. Clyde, you were right. I was late. 9:28 I logged in, but it was not my plan to do that. Doing pretty good here, Mark. And hopefully Melanie can get what she needs done. Yeah. And get back here in time to join us here for a little while. She had mentioned that she was going to join the live stream. So there's a few things that are coming up now that are spreading around news on Facebook about the 30 days has started and everybody needs to get to the Bureau of Immigration. And that's not true, you guys. The weather here is, Jerry, the weather here has been, is that a golf club you're holding there? Very nice. What is that? You got my attention. I miss playing golf so much. Oh my God. I don't know when I'm going to get a chance to play golf again. Of course, I don't have golf clubs or anything. I gave them away to one of my best friends in California before I left. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Johnny B was already at the bank and in line and had a number. So hopefully I got Melanie to the front gate in time to that she made it up to the bank because she actually had the money. Oh, wait a second. I haven't started my banner. There we go. Whew. Jim Chewy. Yeah, the was that the BDO at Cameron? That's my bank, actually. Yeah, you would think that a bank would have USD, but again, Jim's family is here, not too far from me, and there's not a lot of foreigners in this area. So the one place, Jim, just so you know, that does consistently have USD is the Western Union at Pure Gold. The Pure Gold Zabarte has USD after 3 p.m. each day. Okay, so now I met your family at the McDonald's right next door to Pure Gold, so they know where that's at. Yeah, I always wanted to play in Thailand or Vietnam because they have a little mama-san. They have a little mama-san that follows you around, carries your clubs. As you know, that's unusual because in the USA, and golf here is pretty cheap. Oh, okay. SM Fairview, BDO SM Fairview. Yeah. Now I've always used Western Union, and if you go to Fairview Terraces, the WU right inside the door there, they always have USD as well. Not SM, but Ayala Terraces. Jim Chewy, we've got 31 in the room. Yeah. Yeah. Jim Grady, you know, I had not only was every time that I played golf, which is about twice a week, I was also a ball hunter. Now, I didn't hold play up by hunting for balls, but when you're a golfer, you know where to look for stray golf balls. And I would pick up 10 plus golf balls per round. So I had at my house 2 5-gallon Home Depot buckets filled with golf balls. And I only took good golf balls. I would leave the bad ones on the course. Yeah. You know, Robert, I traveled when I moved here. There just wasn't, and I would love to have my golf clubs. I really would. I had a really nice. I used ping irons, Callaway woods, and I don't know what model. I think I had the ping i6s irons. I used a black dot ping i6, and they were great clubs. I got pretty good at golf. I got my handicap down to a 13 at one time, but that took a lot of practice, a lot of time on the driving range. Let's see. Maybe Amazon, Robert. I had a couple of them. A hard plastic case is probably going to be the way to go. The ones that have the wheels on the bottom of them, they're fairly inexpensive, less than $100 for a. Is there a golf club near the Veteran Memorial in Pasig? Probably, Jim. Now, I know there's a golf course right outside Intramuros. I sat and watched a few golfers play there. Oh, my back. I'll show you guys the backyard maybe in the next vlog that I do, the next video that I'm able to get up. So we've got a lot of unrest in the U.S. right now. And along with the COVID, there is a lot of civil unrest in the U.S. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Robert. The one that I had, which I took all over the U.S. with me, was a hard plastic case you could put a padlock on. And I got it from Kmart, believe it or not. Kmart is almost a thing of the past in the U.S. now. Zach Blendito, thank you so much. Red Horse Fun, yeah, baby. Thank you, Zach. We appreciate that. Stephen Varai, good morning, sir. Yeah. I've been watching a lot of ABC LA, NBC LA. It looks like Long Beach got hit really bad. It looks like also it looks like also Santa Monica got hit really hard with some rioting. Which you would, Santa Monica is a really, really nice area. Yeah. Well, as the host of the show, I'm trying to JS, good morning. Welcome. They're just liberating those TVs from lockdown. Kinzo C, good morning. Yes, we are officially in GCQ as of June 1st. Now, as many will tell you, and you'll see from watching the other vloggers. Oh, I forgot my charger. It's okay. My battery's at 75%. I'll probably make it through the live stream. There's not a lot of difference between GCQ and ECQ. You are still required to have a quarantine pass. For example, if I wanted to go to immigration, I've got to go into Quezon City, SM North. I can't go there because I don't have a quarantine pass. They're going to stop me and turn me around. So, but there's been a lot of stuff posted on Facebook about immigration is open now. And that's true, they are. But they are taking appointments for people who are in the work visa type scenario. They are not necessarily taking appointments for tourists like myself. Well, I'm on a Balak buy-in now that has expired, but they're not so concerned about us. They're not so concerned about the tourists here in the Philippines. And it's been stated very clearly many times that once GCQ is lifted, which who knows when that's going to be, then we can all go in. We've got 30 days. Those of us who are tourists, we've got 30 days to go in and update our visa to a tourist visa. Well, for me, in my case, I will be transferring to a tourist visa because obviously Melanie and I cannot travel right now. As much as I'd love to get out of the country, I've really got an urge to go to Bangkok right now because I'm watching this Bangkok vlogger and it's making me miss Bangkok so much. Melanie too. I got Melanie into this guy. Actually, I should probably promote his channel. He's such a great vlogger. This guy was a writer for I can't remember the name of the magazine now. Super Street Magazine. This guy was a photographer and writer for Super Street Magazine, and now he resides in Bangkok. And he just does some really interesting vlogs. Bangkok is a huge, huge auto scene. Auto, tuner, turbocharged diesels, supercharged diesel motors. Not King Epic. Hold on. King Epic. Oh, man, I did some work in the backyard that just wrenched my back, and I'm going to have to lay off for a little while. Here he is. CB Media, you guys, is his name. He looks to be, you know, probably about mid to late 30s. And he is, you know, kind of a nomad. He still works for Super Street Magazine, but lives in Bangkok full time. And he's always showing the street scene. And there's so many tuner shops there in Bangkok that I had no idea about. So I'm really excited now to go back to Bangkok and kind of follow in his footsteps and go check out some of the stuff that he has. Robert Dyer, there's a lot of talk about that right now in the expat community. I wouldn't buy just yet. I would wait. But yeah, I think that prices are probably going to drop by 30-40% here on condos. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong, because really, one of the biggest things that's been affected here is tourism, right? Not necessarily the residents who live here. I haven't been overly affected, really, to tell you the truth. Our life has gone on here. It's the situation that we're in here. Yeah, we can't, for example, like the Rush Rider rides, we can't do something like that, but we know that day's going to come. And it's, you know, Jim Grady, that's a good question. I don't think the air-cooled bikes are going to be, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. The Raider that I ride is water-cooled. Many scooters now are water-cooled. Almost all of them have a a radiator. But, you know, when I think back to my dirt bike days, both of the dirt bikes I had were air-cooled. And I rode in the Southern California desert, which is the hottest place in the U.S. to probably ride, and never had an issue. I rode an XR250R, Honda XR250R, and I had that thing juiced up for the desert, big desert tank on it. Redid all of the air intake and the exhaust, new pipe. Yeah, I think Robert Dyer, just so you know, in my Facebook feed, I'm seeing a ton of condo offerings now where there's actually no money down and reduced rates. So I think it started already. Zach Blandito, you do not need to be a Filipino citizen to buy a condo, only to buy land. only to buy a land. Okay? Any foreigner can buy a condo here. And you can even, there are ways for foreigners to buy land here, but you have to have like a corporation involved and a broker that knows what he's doing. Exactly, Makoto. Yeah. Yeah. Well, how long ago was the Rodney King incident? That was, what was that? 94 maybe? 95? Something like that? Yeah, Robert. Okay. Mark Cappuccino, good morning. Robert Dyer. Sorry. Okay, Steven says it was 92. Wow. Now, from my recollection, that was the last time we had something as big as this, where there was actually riots, right, and looting. And LA was, you know, this whole thing, that whole thing went down in LA. Unlike, was there rioting all over the country? Do you guys remember? Now, we in '92, we didn't have smartphones. We didn't have social media the way we do now. You know, I was working with my the company that I worked for, you know, for 31 years at that time, and that was shocking. You know, and this is equally as shocking. You know, yeah, foreigners can own the house on a plot of land that a Filipino owns. I have seen, well, there's U.S. military already on the streets of Long Beach. So I think the governor is more in charge of something like that, right? The governor of each individual state will mobilize the National Guard. Yeah, you wouldn't necessarily want to make, unless you've got a decent amount of money coming in on a monthly pension, you wouldn't really want to make a month-to-month payment on a condo here. I think cash is the way to go. Just my opinion, because you know the interest rates can be ridiculous here, to the point where a condominium, if you guys look back at the videos I actually did a cost comparison where if you made the monthly payments on a house, now I don't know how a lot of families here in the Philippines do this. It's, you know, you're going to pay 3 times the amount. I guess it's the same in the US, right? With a 30-year mortgage, if you were to make all the payments. Not just National Guard, but regular troops. Yeah, I watched a video this morning that took place in downtown Long Beach, and there's Mama. Hey, you were really fast.
Yeah.
And you got a trike back too.
Yes.
Okay. Did you make it in time?
Just Jollibee, go inside and like that. I need alcohol.
That was quick. I dropped you off at 9:15 or something, and you're back home already before 10. That's good.
And then I saw my classmate on their high school.
You saw who?
My classmate.
Oh, you saw one of your classmates at the bank?
No, right there on the street, like he's my classmate year 1999.
Wow.
And you still know me, even I'm wearing mask. Diba?
Hello, Lady Malai from Stephen Varai.
Hello, hello, hello.
Jersey Bryan says hello, Melanie. Mark Doyle says hello, Malai. Mark says he's renting a condo. Oh,
It's
you're.
so hot outside.
Yeah, it's very hot.
How many steps I made? Every step I make.
200 a month is a good price. That's 10,000 pesos. Yeah.
Only 1,700 steps. Oh my God.
1,700 steps.
That's it. My walking.
Yeah, normally that's a governor that will make that call. But again, Donald Morabito, good morning.
No one is joining
Not
on your
yet.
panel.
Not yet. There was 25 people in here waiting when I got home. My tourist visa expires June 6th. Yeah. Mine expired May 13th. I am in overstay status right now myself. But nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. Once GCQ is lifted, you're gonna.
It's June 15th, right?
Once GCQ is lifted, then you've got 30 days, and we don't really know when GCQ is going to be lifted. So, my opinion is it's going to be quite a while before we get out of GCQ. I wouldn't be surprised if we go into.
ECQ again.
I wouldn't be surprised if we go in as long as September under GCQ, September 1st.
Since until May June 15th, diba? I need.
Oh,
This one. What else? What else I need? I'm going out. Did you drop my phone?
no, I didn't drop it.
Oh.
M. Jane Taiwan, good morning. Haven't seen you in a while. Mark Cappuccino, my mother-in-law just arrived 2 days ago here from Angeles. Oh,
Bye-bye.
okay.
Good day.
M. Jane Taiwan, that's where we were going before all of this happened. We were going to go to Taipei for. I had planned a four-day vacation in Taipei. We were so excited to go. That was going to be my buy-in visa run for this year. Always wanted to go back to Taipei. I've only flown through the airport there. And anyway, we didn't get to go. Shout out everyone in Jane, Taiwan. Thank you for joining the live stream today. Mother-in-law just arrived 2 days ago. here from Angeles. Okay. I'm trying to process that. Your mother-in-law. Your mother-in-law obviously is Filipino. She must have citizenship in the U.S. Are you in Taipei, M. Jane? I'm sorry for not knowing that. I'm assuming you probably are in Taipei. Taiwan is a pretty small country. M. Jane, who knows? Yeah. International travel is pretty much a thing of the past right now. So, and you guys know Walter. Walter called that a long, long time ago. And so many people, Walter was telling people well over a month ago to forget about international travel, that it was not going to happen for a long time. And he got so many haters. People that didn't believe him, and he was right the whole time. December, maybe. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? You've got to remember that a lot of countries, sorry, a lot of countries, even the Philippines, are going to require a quarantine state. So even if you come for a vacation, you know, and I think, here's what I think is going to happen. If they open it up, right now they're requiring a 2-week quarantine. That's for OFWs that come in. I think that's going to be less, because I think what's going to happen is there's going to be testing that will take place. And maybe before you travel, you'll have to have a certificate saying that obviously you're not infected. So then there won't be a need for a 2-week quarantine, right? Okay, you're in Taoyuan City, near the airport. Yeah, because Taipei is actually, what, a 1-hour drive from the airport, the city of Taipei proper? Or am I thinking about Seoul in relationship to Incheon? Ah, my father-in-law doesn't want to get quarantined alone when they go back to the Philippines. Ah. I think they're waiting for Clark to open up. Yeah, I would think now that that's going to be a while. Clark is mainly a tourist hub, tourist airport. And that may delay Clark from opening up even longer. I could be wrong, but I think there's way more tourists that are going through Clark International than there are. I've flown into Clark twice, and it's very, very convenient. Although it's a little bit more than flying into Manila. Robert's coming in October. Well, let's see. We're in June 2nd now. Yeah. Well, Stephen, I believe that what's going to happen and what's been suggested now, again, anything by me is pure speculation, but I believe what's going to happen is you'll have to have a travel certificate, medical certificate, which is going to be very easy to get in the US, right? Super easy to get in the US, which will allow you to travel. And then what's going to happen is there won't be a quarantine. So if you have a certificate saying that you are blessed with a clean bill of health, there's certainly not going to be a need to quarantine you. But what's going to happen is that certificate's going to have to be dated like 48 hours ahead of travel, 24 hours ahead of travel, something like that. DJ Mansau, it takes us I could get to Clark Airport in about less than 3 hours on the motorcycle. Less than 3 hours. Mike Foodie, good question. For a while there, they had designated quarantine spots. But now what's being said is if you come in and you are subject to quarantine, you have to pay for the hotel yourself. That's true, James. Keep up to date on the BI site. Yeah. A lot of people are confusing the fact that the Bureau of Immigration has opened back up and they are accepting appointments, but it's not for tourist visas. They are still telling people to stay home until the end of GCQ. Pretty much the same from Manila Airport. Well, you know what? It's probably the exact same distance in kilometers. But going to Manila Airport, you're going to encounter 10 times more traffic. So, I don't know. Let's see. The last time that Melanie and I traveled to Ermita by motorbike, it took us about 3 hours in the middle of the day on a Saturday. Not really that bad. If it's a direct flight, no problem. But if not, well, everyone's going to be required to have the health certificate to travel. Now, this is what I think is going to happen. And it's already been suggested. Mark Doyle, yeah, it would be no more than a couple of hundred pesos, 200 pesos max for a bus to Angeles. And you're not actually taking a bus to Angeles. You're taking the bus to Dau, okay? So try and keep that in mind. You're looking for a bus that's going to Dau. The buses don't actually go to Angeles. The station's in Dau. A lot of people don't know that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe in the American airports they can test. I don't know how that's going to overwhelm them as far as, in other words, the general rule of thumb in the US is you show up 2 hours before your flight, right? I think what's going to happen is you're going to have that test in hand when you arrive at the airport. You won't be allowed inside the doors. That's what I think. Dennis Adam, welcome. You snuck in on me. I didn't see... Okay. Well, again, what I'm saying is you're going to have a test that shows you're negative before you can even get on the plane. So there won't be a quarantine. There won't be any need for it. But there's a quarantine now because there is no pre-testing, right? Well, Manila Airport is very doable if you come in at the right time. I was very tactical when flying here to visit Melanie. I always came in late at night. My flight always arrived at 11 p.m. or later. So dealing with Manila Airport at that hour is very, very easy. Yeah, again, you guys, what I'm saying is just speculation from what I'm reading through the Bureau of Immigration, through other sources via Facebook expat groups and people who are already trying. Yeah, hotels in Angeles are not open. Exactly. So what's really going to happen to that place? You know, what's really going to happen? When will the new north-south flyways be open? Supposed to be travel across the NCR will be much shorter. When will the new north-south flyways be open? Supposed to be travel time across the NCR. Are you talking about the airport in Bulacan? The new airport in Bulacan? One thing I learned there is wait, then wait some more. So flights are going to be the same. DJ, again, I was in a unique position where I had a ride already. We had Uncle living with us, and actually, I did fly in once, and there was no problem. You know, you guys, there's a technique to flying into NAIA and not dealing with the public taxi line. Once you get your luggage and you go outside, there's a little road that goes down. You want to go downstairs to where the taxis are dropping people off to the airport and hijack one of those taxis. They'll pick you up. So you don't have to stand in the line. Now, Melanie and I have done that twice. What you do is you walk downstairs, go through the gates, then you've got to go through the parking lot and make a right. And as you make a right, you'll see all these taxis that have just dropped off passengers. They're leaving the airport and they're going back out and doing a loop to where they can get to the pickup stage. Well, you can hijack one of those guys that's just dropped a passenger off. And he's delighted to pick you up because he doesn't have to go looking for a customer now. Dennis Adam. Okay. The test, okay. That's what I mean. The testing is going to become more significant, or not more significant. The testing is going to become a lot more widespread and easier. Now, I was on, interesting, I was on Expedia about a week ago, just looking at flights, and there's flights scheduled every single day from LAX. So I think they're waiting, oddly enough, You don't know if those flights are actually going to happen, but they're there to book. Clyde, okay, yeah. I think, what is the, only one of those has opened up. I think Misfit Rider did a vlog on one of those that opened up. I can't remember which one it was. It's like 8 to 1,100 pesos. Tails on traffic. Oh, tolls. You're talking about the toll road. Yeah. If you're going from NAIA to Angeles, yeah, that's going to be toll road. But that's worth paying. I mean, your alternative is MacArthur Highway. And yeah, we're still in that, in Jane, we're still in that mode. Yeah. Well, I got to get my charger, you guys. I'll be right back. I got to go grab my charger. This battery's draining a lot faster than I thought. Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, store. DJ Mansell, going back to your comment there, that's a really good price, because if you were to hire a private driver, he would nab you for $3,000 easy. Yeah, Robert Dyer, I don't know. That's going to require a lot of different processes that have to be put in place. My vote is that they're going to put it on you, the traveler, to have the certificate when you arrive there, and not to put it on themselves, where they have to test you at the airport. Think about this now. Think about what a nightmare the airport would be. Think about Los Angeles International, and you have not only do you have to go through 4 different types of security, but now you have to go through medical checks too. I don't know. That's why, in my opinion, they're going to put it on the traveler to have the test in his hand before he shows up at the airport. Jack Kane, that's true to a certain extent, if you can get a taxi to use the meter. But when you are going a long distance like that, a taxi's not going to want to use the meter. He's going to jam you for a high price. And the typical price from NAIA to Angeles is somewhere between 3,000 and 4,000 pesos. Manila University. Mark, I believe that what's going to happen is you're going to have to, again, this is speculation on my part, although I've seen it already in print here. I believe what's going to happen is it's going to be up to you to have a medical certificate. Medical certificates are issued already all over the world for various type things. So you'll have to have a medical certificate that says you're clear of COVID, right? Or you won't get into the airport doors. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll set up testing at the airport, but that doesn't seem productive to me. It might be productive here in Manila, but from an American standpoint, that's unproductive. We tend to do things a little bit better in the U.S. Expat Prepper, good morning. Did you redecorate your background? It looks like a funeral home. Another useful comment. Download Grab, everything is a set price. Yeah. Grab is definitely can be better. Although a metered taxi, if you're just going from the airport to Makati, is going to be cheaper than Grab. The key is finding a metered taxi. It's very hard to do nowadays, even though it's very, very well known. The taxi scam is something that's very well known. They still yeah. It makes, so let me guys tell you now this story about school. We're going through the enrollment process for our kids now. Our kids are in private Catholic school, okay? Here's the deal. We paid tuition for our kids, 4th quarter tuition, and they didn't go to school. So, in my mind, we're paid up, right? We paid the school, they didn't go to classes, classes were suspended. We shouldn't owe any more money. We shouldn't have to pay for 1st quarter, right? Because what we paid on 4th quarter should carry over, or we should get that money back because classes were canceled and we paid for them. I explained this to Melanie now Sunday morning, and I could see this kind of nervous look on Melanie's face, you know, and Melanie's going, as you guys don't know, now this is going to lend itself to the cultural differences here in the Philippines. Here in the Philippines, a Filipino's perspective. Good morning. Oh, how funny. You look just like MJ in Taiwan. What's going on there? Wow. My wife made that. The YouTube play button. Ah. Or a refund. Okay, here we go. So anyway, for those of you that don't know, in this culture, you never, ever, Filipinos never speak up. They never confront one another. And I could see this look on Melanie's face, this nervousness, like, oh my God, what's he going to do, right? The foreigner's going to speak up and embarrass her. So we have a Facebook page for our kids' school. And I went on the Facebook page and I made that comment to them. So we paid fourth quarter tuition, classes were canceled. So I'm assuming, and again, I was just planting a seed here, right? That's all I was doing. That was my intent. And I wrote on the Facebook page, I'm assuming we don't owe money for first quarter because we're paid up already. Not only for tuition, but for the school bus, which never ran. We paid for the school bus for fourth quarter. The school bus didn't run because classes were canceled. And by the way, did I mention this is a Catholic school? So we give it 24 hours. Melanie and I logged back on to the Facebook page the next day, and I had sparked a rash of comments from the other parents. So now everyone's stepping up to the school and asking them, what's going on with this money that we paid? Yeah, and the reasonable perception is going to be that, you know, the school's just going to keep that money. But, you know, that's not necessarily the right thing. The fact that all of these parents paid, many of these families have been out of work now. Oh, and did I mention now, the tuition that's due now has gone up 15%. And guess what? It's online study. The kids aren't going to school, but the tuition went up 15%. Did I mention this is a Catholic school? Did I mention that? So anyway, I was happy to see that on the day that I hadn't made that comment, there was no talk at all about the money being refunded, the school bus, and now I lit a fire under a lot of the parents, and we should have logged in this morning to see how much more had been said. But again, I expect nothing at all, but that is the culture here. You do not ever speak up or confront people here. Everybody just pretty much lets everything go. So whether it's right or wrong, it's the way it is here, okay? Even if you have been done wrong by somebody, if you speak up, guess who the bad guy is? Not the person who wronged you, but you, because you're speaking up. And you might cause that person who wronged you to lose face. That's the culture here, you guys. Believe it or not. Are we still connected? So, again, a reasonable thinking person is going to ask the school, and many of them have already, a lot of the parents, why did the tuition go up? Why did the tuition go up if my kids are going to study online at home? Why are you charging more? Yeah. Slim Jim. Yeah, hey, welcome, Slim Jim. I'm aware of that. I'm trying to get it out there so other people understand. A lot of people don't understand that that's the way it is here. Thanks for the donation. Yeah. Yeah. It's not in our culture. I don't think you will see riots like America. Yeah, there's a difference between what's going on in America and what happens here on a daily basis. You know. And I've got hundreds of examples of this that would blow your guys' mind. This non-confrontational thing that happens here, where a lot of people in this culture walk away and deal with being wronged instead of speaking out. Speaking out's the right thing to do. In other words, if nobody ever speaks up, the bad behavior continues. It never goes away. That's the way it is here. A lot of the bad behavior that you witness here is simply because nobody ever speaks up about it. Yeah. And see, Robert Dyer, it's something that's just not understood here at all. I found out through this lockdown, if anyone has a t-shirt with a logo, they're supposed to be gods. Yeah. Expat prepper, that's a great comment. And your comment applies just as well. Polly, how are you? Good morning to Polly. I like what you do there, Polly, with those riding mowers. That's freaking cool, dude. As soon as I get some time to go through some of your videos and look at some of the other work that you've done. Good morning, Adventure of Malai. Good morning, Bo. You want to come on, honey? You're more than welcome. We're talking about culture in the Philippines. We've got a couple of Filipinos in the room that are offering their perspective. Ah. Logos like barangay wear at checkpoints. They were wrong. Ah, Slim Jim. So you're saying, Slim Jim, if you've got one of those shirts, there's a couple of Rush Riders that have official IDs, like the Rush Rider that showed up at my birthday party with a couple of bottles of Imperador. He had a he works for like PSA. Ryan Rhea. It's not even on that level that I'm speaking of. Okay. I'm talking about even simple things. Even simple things like money being stolen from you. Okay. I know somebody very well who caught a family member stealing money out of their purse. And they would not confront the family member because they were afraid they would hurt her feelings or cause her to lose face. Now that is just mind-blowing. Okay? This is somebody who stole money from you. That's how extreme it is here.
Wait lang.
My nephew got his girlfriend pregnant. Her parents went to my brother-in-law and pretty much demanded that they get married, and they did. My nephew got his girlfriend pregnant. I'll put that up, Polly, so we can read it. My nephew got his girlfriend pregnant. Her parents went to my brother-in-law. Ah, the nephew is the son of your brother-in-law. I got it now. Well, yeah, and that's probably the right thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Melanie learned from living in the USA how different the two cultures are. And I think Melanie is more on the side now where she would speak up or has spoken up, where in the past maybe she wouldn't. And yeah, Filipino's perspective, when we get mad, we just go tampo. That's true. That got a laugh from Melanie too.
Wow.
They love each other though, and the son of the brother-in-law, you don't see that here in the States. Well, yeah, we Americans don't value family at all. Not every American, but in general, in our culture, there's not as much, there's not as much surrounding that as there is here. What's up, Riley's? Our Speedway, Indiana Philippine vloggers. What's going on in Mindanao? You guys are GCQ there, right? Hey, how come I haven't seen you live? Have you guys taken a little break from YouTube? I haven't seen a Riley's live in a long time. Or I'm just missing it. You know what? I've been involved in a lot of Thailand vloggers lately. So I've kind of been given the Philippine vlogging scene a little bit of a break. I've been way into Thailand lately. A couple of different vloggers in Thailand. Expat Prepper said his wife will tampo someone upside the head with a frying pan. Oh. That's not tampo, Expat Prepper. That's temper. Spelled a little bit differently. Temper. AICS, welcome. How are you, sir? Graham, welcome to the chat, Graham. Did I miss you? Wait a minute, what happened here? Graham, welcome to the chat again. Slim Jim says that in CDO, Cagayan de Oro, they're in a modified GCQ. Oh, so you're well ahead of us. We're still in GCQ here. So really, restaurants are supposed to be open Mark says, my Philippines girlfriend has no problem if she has a problem with me. Lynn Dickinson, good morning. Lynn Dickinson knows, yeah, what we're talking about. Lynn actually did a video on this probably 6 months ago about how much she has changed because she's living in America now for 9 years. With Jersey Brian. O diba? Lynn and Jersey Brian are in the house, baby. AICS, thank you again for joining. I'm doing great.
That is where I graduated. Yeah, yeah.
Dennis Adam, La Union is currently in GCQ. I think, although I haven't seen British Expat on for a few days, he's as far as I know, the whole island of Luzon is GCQ. When your wife gets on them, they cry. Wow. Jack King says, we value family, but we're not going to support them financially. Yeah. Okay, Slim Jim. So the modified GCQ gets rid of the quarantine pass. Now, see, that's where we're waiting for it here. Although, under GCQ, you still have to have a quarantine pass. Although, it might not be enforced. I don't know if you guys watched Joseph, the Joseph motor vlog. He was all over Metro Manila on his motorcycle. He never even encountered one single checkpoint. So maybe it's not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. Riley's. Oh, you guys have restaurants open there. At 50%. So, yeah. Half the restaurants are probably open back up. We have a lot of takeout here, which we didn't have a month ago. A month ago, we had only 4 restaurants that we could order grab food from, and now we've got probably 50. So things are opening up here, and there's a lot of traffic out there, huh? At Almar. Melanie said there was a lot of traffic at Almar. She just came from Almar, and I was out yesterday down Congressional Avenue, and there was a ton of traffic out. Mark Doyle, yeah. In a lot of cases, Mark, the girls tend to shut down. Okay. That's where the word tompo comes from. And we'll go into why we think that might happen maybe a little bit later. Maybe when we get a couple of girls on that want to talk about it. A Filipino's perspective. Americans are raised to be independent, and Filipinos are raised to rely on their families for survival. That sounds about right. Stephen Varai says, yeah, weren't the beaches and stuff open in California? If you just joined the chat, we're talking about culture in the Philippines and how it differs from culture in your home country. How much do you understand about the culture here? Are you ready for it? When you move here, are you ready for the culture change that you're going to experience? Filipino perspective, I only do a Tagalog word in my videos. I don't normally do it in the live stream because the videos are seen by more people. And a lot of people know that I've been doing Tagalog lessons for quite a while. Oh, here we go. Graham is in La Union. Restaurants can open, but only at 50% capacity. I see. Things, yeah, some beaches. Okay. John and Maria, good morning. We've got a few people from Mindanao in the room today, baby. Mindanao is highly represented in the Philo in the Philippines live stream. Jeff C. Good morning, Jeff C. John and Maria. Whoa, what happened? I'm not, you guys aren't seeing the circle of death, are you? Seems like the internet's. Thomas M., good morning. Going back to John and Maria. Seniors are allowed to go out here in Kidapawan. Kidapawan or Kidapawan? It's probably Kidapawan. Some places such as City Hardware won't allow seniors in. Wow. Jim Hennessy, good morning, Jim. How are you? Thomas M., good morning. If I didn't say it, reliance on family. Yeah, that's definitely something that's very different from the USA. In the USA, you tend to go out and get your own job, make your own money. But yeah, John and Maria says discrimination on City Hardware. Riley's, Mindanao represented, baby. Mike Martin, good morning. How are you, sir? Welcome to the live stream, Mike. John and Maria say, okay, James Lonergan says no lag. John and Maria says stream is good. Jeff C says it's good. No lag in Canada. What are you cooking for dinner, Mike? What'd you cook for dinner? I cooked last night for the family. Yeah, baby, I got my chefy on. I got my chefy on last night. Mark Doyle says it's good on his end. Oh, Malai wants to join. Please do not join the live stream unless you have been invited. You will just sit in the back room and smoke your cigarettes. The link I'm posting is for the Adventure of Malai. No lag in California. Of course not. Oh, California's got some really good high-speed internet, man. I tell you what, I know because I worked in Southern California. I was responsible for maintaining that high-speed internet network. Mike Foodie cooked chicken adobo. Wow. I also cooked chicken. My own form of a chicken adobo with green beans and carrots. AICS, it says 200 megs at his house, I think is what he's saying. Stephen Fry has a 100 megabyte connection. That's what we've got here. We have a 100 megabyte connection. My company offers 1 gigabyte. 1 gigabyte internet. There's my wife.
Aloha.
Hi, honey.
So hot naman.
So hot back there. Hey, what's that plant behind your head there? Where'd that come from?
From the mango.
Oh, is that the bird nest?
Yeah.
Ah,
Oh, di ba? It's cute. Dun, 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 dun.
Melody cut the mango tree and did a really good trim job on it. Day before yesterday. And we found a bird nest up there, but it was empty, you guys.
There's nothing there. It's a mess.
So we didn't even know that we had baby birds in the tree. Mayung buntag to the lady.
Maayong buntag sa inyong tanan. Hello, hello, Ate Elaine.
Hi,
Maayong buntag,
Maddie.
nungod to.
Hello, Maddie.
Hi daw, Madi.
Maddie. Hello, do you see Daddy? She's hot naman. Such a great dog. Mike Foodie, what happened to that banana tree that fell onto your property? It found its way into the river and floated down the river.
Yeah, the lady outside, on the other side, they're just cleaning it. Huh?
Yeah, the neighbors did come in and clean up the tree.
Yeah. It's because sometimes, it's better if we are going to clean it, but I don't like it now. Sometimes it's really good to ask them what to do.
Yeah. I thought for sure me and Johnny B were going to be back there hacking that thing up.
Odto na, Stephen Beray, kay sobrang kainit kayo.
Yeah, she's a great dog. Lynn, if you want to come on, you can come on. Tim Clemens, hi. How are you, Tim Clemens?
Hello, hello.
Welcome back to the live stream, baby.
Anyway, I should do the Jollibee commercial challenge. It would be fun. Ooh,
The Jollibee commercial challenge. I don't know about that. Is that something that's going around the Philippines now?
I don't know. There's a lot of advertise of Jollibee, but I don't know which one she's talking about. Diba?
Oh. I thought it might be like a TikTok thing, TikTok with Jollibee.
We're gonna do TikTok challenge by Jollibee. Ayaw. Wa by aircon. Wala pong aircon dito sa likod. Nasa likod ako. Na ako sa kalibunan. Maoy waray aircon.
I'm in bed watching you guys under the Kalambo.
Kulambo.
Kalambo.
Kulambo.
Does that mean the covers?
Mosquito net?
Kalambo.
It's a net?
Oh, a mosquito net.
Oh my God. There's challenge now. What is that challenge?
Cherry does TikTok. Cherry is Slim Jim's wife. You watch all the sad commercials and try not to cry. Really? There's
I watched
sad.
that, I think.
There's sad Jollibee commercials.
Yeah.
Why are the
Like-
commercials sad? What makes the commercial so sad? Does anybody know?
I think it's all about the family that is not really there together. The other side of the country and the other is there in the Philippines. Some kind
Ah,
of like that. And then we just have time again, to meet each other again, and they just eat Jollibee. Some kind of like that.
I didn't know that about the Jollibee commercials.
I think there's a YouTube video about it.
There's a YouTube video. Oh, okay. I didn't know about it. So that makes me what?
Uninformed.
Uninformed.
Hello, hello, hello. Why you are uninformed?
Not knowing
What's
about
wrong with
the
you?
commercials makes me uninformed.
Mm-hmm. They run out of rice, Mike Foodie said.
They ran out of rice.
No, that's not gonna happen for Filipino.
No.
We had a lot of rice.
I don't think that we would ever run out of rice here. Yeah. Philo, you could do the pineapple hamburger and sweet spaghetti. Oh. No, Melanie doesn't even like
Oh.
sweet spaghetti.
You don't like sweet lang?
The only thing I like sweet is malai.
Wait.
Ooh,
Tulog along? Are you sure? Oh my god.
is it too hot out there?
Not really.
You can just come in here if you want.
We're gonna we're going to live side to side. Side to side.
If it's too hot, you can just come in here, Long. You don't have to be on the panel.
We need to have distancing lang eh.
We'll get Dennis Adam on the panel. He can teach us about gigabyte, gigabit.
We need to have distancing, di ba? So, stay there. And I will stay here.
DJ Mansell, great question. Hey, I did almost kill that first bottle of hot sauce. But look what I've got. Batch number 2, baby. Fermenting. Batch number 2 of Philo in the Philippines. Kick your ass, hot sauce. Tabasco hot sauce, kick your ass. May as well burp it while I've got it out. Ooh, that smell, man. Ah. She's sitting in the aircon. You have to stay 6 feet away. Filipino perspectives, because I cry on all the commercials. I think Philo will too. They're very sad. I remember seeing these commercials before.
Oh, ha?
Not only is she in the room, she's in the room. You're in the room like 2 different ways. You're in the room and you're in the room.
I'm on different place now. Go there lang. I'm hiding lang on your back. go back.
There you go. The heat got to her. She finally. There's Joseph. What's up, Joseph? Yo,
Double belly.
we were just talking about you, Joseph.
How's your passport, Joseph?
Oh, we're getting an echo. Ask that question again, honey.
I said, how's your passport, Joseph?
Joseph, did you get your passport? Or are you going to go back out there and ride again without calling them? By the way, I don't blame you. I'd do the same thing.
Joseph, you're makulit.
Joseph is mucking it. Where are you going?
Layas.
Flight canceled. Why?
Oh,
Well, you must have got your passport.
dalawa na yung baba ko.
Oh. So you're going through the embassy. You're looking at the embassy flights, right? Yeah. Did you sign up for that? What's it called? There's something you can sign up for through the U.S. Embassy. I signed up for it myself, where you get emails about the flights as soon as the flights become available so that you can sign up for them. I signed up for that too, but it does more than that. It doesn't just inform you about flights that are leaving, the repatriation flights. It informs you about other things that are going on in the country. It's basically a direct link to the embassy without having to go onto their website, without having to still. Okay. Okay. You're buying your own tickets. Okay, well, yeah, you still have to buy the tickets through the embassy, but there's something with these embassy flights that Robert Dyer, thank you. It's right there. STEP enrollment. Yeah. I have enrolled in STEP. Yeah. Check it out. It's pretty cool. No. So how long is the temporary passport? Is it only good for, let's see, what was your, that was like 2 weeks ago that you were at the embassy. Oh, it's good for 13 days. Ah. So, Well, that puts you in a tough spot. Here, Joseph, if you want to join, you're more than welcome, brother. Probably be easier than you and I trying to. Oops.
Oops, you did it again.
Yeah, this will be interesting because this is, Joseph's trying to get out of the country, but he's got two problems. He's also on a temporary passport, so that makes it twice as hard. That makes it a little harder. There he is. What's up, bud?
What's going on, guys?
Last video.
Yeah, it's been a real hassle, but the emergency passport that they'll give me because somebody's too retarded to take the check off of my off the computer on holding my passport. I had to get emergency. It's only 13 days. My ticket was 14 days away, so I had to get another emergency passport. And now that they cancel my ticket, there's nothing before the time expires. So I don't know what the hell's going on. And I have tickets from LA, you know, a couple tickets more from Delta I have to cancel. And have to apply for a new emergency passport, have to pay again to have the immigration stamps moved from one passport to another. I have to go through the whole thing again. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe it's for a reason. That's how I look at it.
Tom and Ruth, welcome. Thank you for the super chat.
What's up, guys? Tim, Mikado. No, I'm not enrolled in that American program thing. That kind of sounds complicating, like complex. I don't know. I'm not good with enrolling and stuff and going through websites and all that kind of stuff. So don't mind me and my boxers.
That's okay.
At home, like we're sweating like crazy. It's hot out.
It seems that the BIR saw you coming. You're a cash cow. The BIR.
Bureau of Immigration. I don't know. A lot of people say that they ripped me off, but I don't think that's it. I think it's just that I was overstayed for a very long time, and you have all the additional fees on top of that, plus having to move passports from a lost passport to a new passport and all the different things. And I'm sure you pay a little bit of a fee to have them do it all for you. Like I didn't have to fill anything out. They did all of it. So I'm not really complaining about that too much. It was the people outside annoying me with the parking area. Just scamming you. Like I give them 200 pesos to be nice, and then their friend runs up and their other friend runs up and this person runs up and they're washing your bike that doesn't even need washed and trying to demand money for that. And you got someone at the end ran up with a cloth to try to wipe off a couple little bit of water, and he's expecting you to give him something now. Like, can't be nice to people. They always take advantage.
That was at the embassy?
Yeah, that was at the immigration, Bureau of Immigration. The longer they prolong you, the more money they get off you. If Joseph had any hair, he'd lose it all with that passport crap. See emails or specific details with contacts for airlines for departing flights. Yeah, I don't know what to say about the embassy. Some people are nice, some are not, but it doesn't seem like they help. If you ask me, us taxpayers pay for the embassy. We should be their number one priority when we're traveling overseas. But it seems like we're their last priority. Like we're a headache to them they don't want to deal with. That's what it feels like.
You want to answer that, Joseph?
Answer what?
Weren't you
Is
just
immigration open yet? I don't know right now because they just changed things in the last 2 days. But before that, it was open. If you had a plane ticket to leave the country, you could go in. You have to show your ticket. Now, to avoid that, there's those fixers outside, which people say are illegal. I don't know. They go and work with the people inside, so I wouldn't think it's illegal. But you can get the fixers outside to go in and fix your stuff if you're really worried about it. Which seems to be a lot easier. You might pay a little more, but it's a lot easier.
There was something released by the Bureau of Immigration yesterday saying that they are taking appointments. They are open, but they're taking appointments only with government ID. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean, but they are still saying in that same memo that was sent out not to leave your home until the end of GCQ. So they must be dealing with people on work permit type stuff, visas only.
If you're really worried about your visa extension, just go pay the fixer outside. That's the easiest way.
Yeah.
But I think even I think they wanted a copy of my plane ticket too. So maybe you need to have an outgoing plane ticket to do it. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Everything changed in the last 2 days, so
yeah.
my information's obsolete now.
2 days from now it could be different again.
Huh?
In 2
Yeah,
days,
it could be.
different again.
Yeah. But they gave me my money back from Philippine Airlines today. They're giving me basically a full refund. It's a little less, but almost a full. And I just have to wait like 3 or 4 months to get it back on my card. The fixes are illegal. They take money off of you and they give you a little payola to their buddies inside that process things. Yeah, maybe it's illegal, but they're all working together. Everyone knows they're there. So I wouldn't call it fully illegal because all the police there, everyone knows they're there. And it does work. They fix the stuff. So, I mean, I would do it. Next time when I go back, I'm just going straight to the fixer. I don't want to go in and sign papers and wait in lines and do all that. I'll go to the fixer person, give them my stuff, go get something to eat, come back and get it. Or come back the next day. The woman I seen had like 1,000 passports on her. That shit they were fixing. So are they Americans working in the embassy or Filipinos? In the U.S. Embassy, there are a few Americans working there, but there's a bunch of Filipinos working there too. So it's a mix. All the guards are Filipino. Some of the staff inside is Filipino, but there's also Americans there supervising. But it seems like the Filipino ones help me more. I don't know. The last couple Americans I talked to were pretty good. Better not complain too much since I got to go back again.
Yeah, that's exactly the post I was talking about, Melanie, the one you sent me. It says right in there to stay home until the end of GCQ.
You're allowed out. Malls are open. I mean, if the mall's open, obviously you're allowed to go outside. But kids and elders aren't allowed out.
Is Green Hills open?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They opened up 999 Mall on Monday, and they shut it down 2 hours after they opened it.
Too many people. I seen the pictures out there. That was ridiculous.
I don't know if our malls are open here. We haven't received any notification that they opened any of the malls here.
SM Purview.
SM Fairview, yeah, Ayala Terraces, any of those? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. We're talking about trying to go for a long ride again. Get out on the twisties. Enjoy being away. Because the checkpoints, I guess, are gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like if you go to Bulacan, there's no checkpoint. You can drive right in.
You didn't seem to hit any checkpoints on your ride to the embassy that day.
No, in the first couple days, that was like 7 days put into one. But after that, no, today we were all over the place. There's no checkpoints, huh? There's none. And I'm thinking we can go to Antipolo. I'm not sure yet, but might give it a try.
There you go.
Wow.
Robert M., welcome.
Joseph, instead of bashing the embassy, why can't you just enroll in your participation program and eliminate your problems? I'm not bashing the embassy. I just feel they should do more for American citizens since we pay for it. I think they should treat us extra good since we're American citizens. And the only reason to have an embassy in another country is for American citizens, right? Or visas. It seems like that embassy is made for visas for people to come to America, but I'm not really bashing them. The last woman really took good care of me. The last couple of people. It was at first that was driving me nuts.
How busy was the bank, Melanie, when you went out there? Was it like super busy or not so much?
And there's a long line, but Like they're having 3 people in for an about 5 minutes, and then another 3 people na naman, just like that. But
Well,
the three people has different transaction. Like you gotta the other one is deposit, the other one is inquiry, and the other one is withdrawal. Some kind of like that. You know, you just have 3 lines where you what is transaction that you're going to. So you have the 3 lines. The other one is deposit. The other one is withdrawing on it because the ATM is inside the bank. So you have another line for that. And then
oh,
you need to get your temperature as always. You know.
I will say the traffic's back. It's
Yeah,
Ah,
not
it's traffic
as,
now.
it's not as bad as it was, but it's like halfway there. It's pretty bad.
Yeah, it is. But I don't see any checkpoint.
I didn't see any checkpoints today.
No.
wow.
Even in here, where we usually have checkpoints in our neighborhood, and the streets blocked off, they're open back up now.
Very
Yeah.
And
nice.
there's no checkpoints. So
And there's there are some motors that have a back riders also.
Wow.
really, I
Yeah,
heard
I
about
saw it.
that. My friends are saying there's still no back ride.
Yeah, but I saw some, you know.
I think some like 2 weeks ago too, but I know they weren't allowed back then.
Yeah. But it's
Uh,
better to be careful than paying, when you get caught.
you're supposed to be able to eat in restaurants at half capacity, but every restaurant I've gone to, they're not allowing eating. We went to Burger King today in Pasai,
Oh,
and I asked about it, and they said yesterday they opened it up, but people weren't following social distancing, so they closed it back off.
wow.
Yeah, that's a problem.
But they're still doing delivery, right?
Yeah, delivery, you can go in and order and leave, but
Is that the
takeout
same,
and delivery.
is that the same Burger King you and I went to when I was there?
No.
The one we went to?
The
Oh,
one I'm talking about is all the way up by Mall of Asia.
oh, okay.
Because I went to all kinds of different Philippine Airlines offices, and they're all shut down. I even went into the airport, and they turned us around and told us the airport's not open, that there's nothing going on. And so we ended up at the main Philippine Airlines office, which is, what's that, attached to the World Trade Center? Yeah, attached to the World Trade Center, and they were open. But every other one was closed, including inside the airport.
Ah, the one over by World Trade Center. Yeah,
Yeah, that one's open.
that's a big one.
That's the only one that's open.
McDonald's open, but Limehouse. Wow, 100 feet?
He must be in his little car thing. Joshua's ramming into the door.
Well, I guess I can do my paperwork now for my pension, Melanie. We just have to find a notary, right? Probably not going to be a notary open for quite a while, but it sounds like you and I could venture out on the bike now if we wanted to. Maybe go do the shopping ourselves. Right?
I don't want. I don't want to be a back ride, even though I saw others.
Yeah. It would be just our luck that we would get stopped.
I don't want to be in trouble.
Back riding today. Did you see anyone doing back rides? None. Yeah, we didn't see anyone doing it today.
I haven't seen any yet either myself. I've been out the last couple of days, not too far from home, but it seems like people here are still kind of following the rules that were set forth in the beginning.
Yeah, I asked friends in a motorcycle group chat, and they all told me that it's still not allowed to back ride. So I heard that it was allowed, but everyone I know is saying it's not allowed.
So
Everyone I know is in the Philippines.
if there's no checkpoint, then the only risk that you're taking is to be stopped by a rolling P&P or something like that.
And at that point, you just hit the throttle. Joking.
Joking like that.
I'm just kidding. I get myself in trouble on live streams too much. That's why videos are much better. You edit out all the dumb stuff you say. I say a lot. That's why I delete all my live streams.
Feel the evidence.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a selfie of the motor back ride
Oh, what the heck?
just today in front of BPI. See? Told you.
Yeah.
Just emptying my memory cards from today. So you guys just staying home?
Pretty much, yeah.
For the first month, I stayed home like crazy, and then I realized that the pool upstairs is open and nobody's using it.
Oh,
And
nice.
so it's like a tradition that every day we go swimming. It feels like a tradition, but everyone feels better afterwards. It doesn't feel so locked down. Plus, also getting exercise and sun and everything.
Yeah, it's good for you, man.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, that nobody wants to talk about building your immune system. They just always talking about a vaccine or this or that, but really your best thing is to build your immune system, so you need to get out the house.
Yeah. Good point.
Miss Melanie is saying she doesn't want to be seen with you in public.
We can back ride here because it's modified GCQ. Only immediate family member though.
Yeah. That's the way it used to be here.
I don't know. I'm thinking about, we have a new Yaya coming for Joshua, but she's stuck because she can't get rides. I can't figure out where the screen is. She's stuck because she can't get a ride here. And can't get a grab to pick them up because you have to pay by credit card and this and that, or there's no jeepneys or buses that I know of. She ain't that far away. It's just like less than an hour. I'm thinking about just going picking her up and taking a chance of back riding her back.
Yeah.
Was it Ortigas Avenue the whole way? We could do it. You want to do it? You want to go pick her up? Yeah, I'll put her on my bike. It won't be any danger. We'll just ride like 90 through Ortigas.
Take Jinky with you and put the Yaya on the gas tank. Go 3 up, baby.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll love that one.
That would be classic.
What?
That would be cause of trouble, I think.
Are you kidding?
Three in a motor.
I saw 4 last night. 4 and a
There
dog.
are. Yeah,
But they're taking EDSA.
there's riders that went to Marinlake, so I'm ready to go for a ride outside the city. You should join, Philo.
Do it, baby. Vlog it. 3 up.
I'm saying you should join. to go ride out in Marinlake. Go hit the twisties. Get outside the house.
Oh, you join na. Come on.
Join na.
We'll
Yeah.
ride to Rio Quezon, to the ocean.
Diba?
Yeah.
So you're not bored.
Wait, there's a checkpoint going to
Downloads.
Oh, there's a checkpoint, but you can avoid it by going to the back roads.
Yeah,
Where's the checkpoint?
Marcos Highway.
Marcus Highway.
Oh, Marcus Highway.
Yeah.
The main highway going up to.
It's the main highway going up to Marinlake.
Yeah, that's between you and the Shell. What is it? Shell Pugon or whatever it's called?
Yeah, exactly. By Shell Bugon, right? Where's the checkpoint?
It's after Supplement.
After?
Or maybe before.
So what back roads can you take to get past that?
Not sure. So.
I don't know that way.
Yeah,
Oh,
does
friends are doing it.
does Waze have a Camote GCQ mode?
It has some kind of GCQ mode. Every time I put it up, it's like, you need a pass, add pass, or go now.
Yeah. That's what you need.
Is Mr. Subscribe there with you?
tried.
What's up, brother?
It's right now. Go, go, go.
Dude, Marilake is probably just epic right now. You know, now's probably the time to go, right?
They are afraid
The residents are afraid. Why?
of people coming into their place
There's too many.
because they don't
Oh,
have
the
any
virus.
cases there. Yeah.
Oh, the residents up there are afraid because they think people are going to bring the virus up. Is there a lot of people there?
Yeah, maybe.
Makato, I think I'm going to go AMD. That's our little side note project is this new computer I'm planning to get. Aubrey's got to do homeschooling here, and the specs for the computer they say you have to have are so freaking high that I decided it's just better to leave my Alienware here and just buy a new one for myself. Like, they want ridiculous specs for doing homework for kids.
Ours too, yeah. And they've got to have Microsoft. They also have to have Microsoft Word and PowerPoint.
That's crazy. And at minimum, a i3 processor, but preferably a i5. Come on, you're talking a $600+ computer to do what? Printing? Look at a web page?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I just forget it. I'm just gonna leave my Alienware, and that way, when I come back to visit, I have a computer here.
Yeah.
I won't join here na lang.
Okay.
Super hot.
You should wait a bit, Ed, at least until you return. Oh yeah, I'm not ordering it till I get to the U.S. for sure. But I've been looking up the processors and everything, and going with the AMD Ryzen. The hell is it? Something 50X or something. It seems a lot better. So you've been live streaming a while, because I think I looked at my phone when I was at Philippine Airlines and you started.
2 hours and 2 minutes.
Yeah. $35K. Yeah, see, that's $700, Tom. I don't want to pay $700 for a kid's computer that won't get used really for anything. It just, I don't know. I'll just leave my computer.
Everything is burning.
$700. I can get an SSD, maybe 2 SSDs for that price. Yeah, I'm not planning to overclock it, David. I'm just going to let it run how it's set. But it has a lot more cores and threads or whatever. Sorry, man. You talk. This is your live stream. I'll just answer when you tell me to answer.
Well, if I haven't seen the specs. Have you seen the specs for what they're requiring for the
No,
homeschooling? Okay.
you just ask for the strong internet.
Yeah, that's all they're recommending here is a good internet connection. They haven't given us any specs as far as what they want on the computer.
Yeah, for internet, they're talking about fiber and stuff. Like, who the fuck has fiber? I have fiber, but I don't think many other people in this area have available fiber.
Yeah.
And that was
Yeah,
one of their recommendations for internet.
Probably the average connection in the Philippines is 5 megs because that's the cheapest one you can get.
Yeah, for what they're saying you need to have, it's as if they're going to school for like graphic video editing or something. Like, they want way too much power for homework.
Yeah. Well, if we get that same email, we're going to be in trouble too because
Yeah, I think the person that's in charge of the computers doesn't know what they're doing. They must not know much about computers because there's no way they need them high specs for 4th grade.
right. Especially when you consider it's basically just web pages they're going to be running through. It's not going to be anything with a lot of graphics. And
Waiting for me for what? Wait, come here. What?
my daughter,
Oh, okay. I gotta go to Aubrey's school. Hey guys, I gotta run because I gotta go to Aubrey's school and pay the rest of her down payment tuition thing.
okay, brother, have a good day.
I'm done
Good
with that.
talking to you guys. Good seeing you.
We
Later.
just did too. See you later. There you go.
Magsado lang.
You have a what? Shadow. Should we trade places? Sit on the other side of me? Okay.
Almost 24 Saturday. Here, I think it's almost 3.
Oh, the first day of school is August 3rd?
Mhm.
Oh, I thought it was much sooner than that.
I don't know. The last one that I saw it's August 4, but we just wanted to do. There's another one like with the team.
Oh,
I just went for them. I just enrolled for birthday coming.
oh, wow. Who was that asked about the hot sauce a minute ago? Where is he?
The hot sauce?
Robert M. That's who it was. Robert M., if you're still in the room. I've got batch number 2 fermenting right now. And yeah, batch number 1 is just about gone. So I'm going to do this one a little bit different. I'm going to keep the mash. I'm going to put, once I grind everything, I'm going to put it all back in this jar and let it sit for another, with garlic. And I'm going to let it sit and ferment for another week or so. Just going to try and tweak the recipe a little bit. See if I can put a phyllo twist on it, you know. Again, the first batch of hot sauce was super successful and turned out really good. Yeah, super hot. Nobody, actually, I'm the only one in the house that'll touch it. Even Johnny B's not touching it. So that tells you how hot it is. He has a hot palate like I do. So you ready to jump on the motorbike and go somewhere?
If you want to go,
Come on,
don't bring me into trouble.
join.
Just go. Just go. I don't want to join.
She doesn't want to join. How about if we just ride around the subdivision,
Just too long.
the both of us?
Just too long.
We go, sorry, store hopping.
Only you lang.
We sorry, store hop and have a Cloud 9 bar at each one.
I already
We'll vlog it, baby.
I already have jogging.
Melanie always follows the rules. Huh. Join Mom.
I don't want to join. It's not good.
How about if we go to 7-Eleven, you and me?
You go. You go na lang.
Ooh, Wendy's. I don't think we have a Wendy's that's open.
I don't know if it's open.
Yeah.
It's on. It's a mall in Terraces.
Our Wendy's is inside the mall. It's not one of the outside stores. So we don't think that the Wendy's is open. Oh, that sounds good though. A Wendy's. What is that? A bacon burger? Bacon cheeseburger? James, I'm sure that he would like that. That's not nearly as hot. The Cholula is more of a flavor hot sauce than it is a hot sauce. But I think Johnny B would like it. He likes the Mother's, the Filipino sauce that we buy here, which is also really good. But I've been on my homemade sauce quite a bit. And it lights me up at lunch, or at dinner, I mean, on the rice, that's for sure. Yeah, Robert, I got to put garlic in there. It's going to be a garlic pepper sauce the next batch.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the health.
Good for the health. Gary T, we don't know. International travel is something that we can't even really think about. So,
Maybe next year.
yeah.
Next year na lang.
Would we travel somewhere within the Philippines by plane? I don't know. I think that we would be more likely to jump on the motorbike and travel. Maybe my thoughts are doing a Luzon loop, North Luzon loop. If I can talk Melanie into going with me on that, and we'll both get sore butts. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I think it would be great, a great trip.
Ah, Baconator!
Yeah, Shane, the Baconator, that's it. Yeah. Garlic has a lot of great medicinal properties. Garlic is actually a natural antibiotic. It's got a product in it called allicin, which is very good for warding off any type of, it's just like an antibiotic. Have you done a moto vlog with Joseph yet? I have not done a moto vlog, no. I've hung out with Joseph, but we weren't riding on that particular day. So I don't know if I could do a moto vlog with Joseph. He rides so fast that he would just get annoyed with me. Because I'm more of a, I don't ride nearly as fast as Joseph does. So he would get super annoyed if we tried to moto vlog together. So it's, yeah, Baler would be one of the stops. Sure.
I've been in Baler, but Philip, no.
Baler would be on the northeast side of the Luzon Loop. So yeah, you would go through Baler coming home. My great grandmother used garlic to deworm her dogs. Ooh, yeah.
It's good for the human also. The worm with the garlic.
I don't know if humans have a worm problem the way dogs do. I've never heard of that anyway. Where are we at? 2 hours and 12 minutes. Oh, it's 11:40.
Uy, madingding is sleeping na.
So here, Maddie, having a bad dream underneath the bed there. She's barking in her sleep. Yeah, everybody has their own pace. We've got people in Rush Riders that ride way too fast for the conditions. But that's the way they like to ride. So a lot of times I find myself towards the back of the group because, I don't need the injuries and I don't need to take the chances. It's thrilling to go fast, but only when the situation dictates it. And there's a lot of people who ride way too fast for the conditions that they're in. So I avoid that because it just makes more sense to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be our next trip. Will be the North Luzon Loop. Maybe I can convince Brian and Let to go. I don't know if Let will be able to go, but maybe Brian will. Let has a lot of, yeah, she's committed to her store. The store's so much bigger now. I don't know if she can get away because I'm talking about a trip where there's no timeline. We just go and whatever happens, happens, Yeah, James, I'll think of it. It was something to do with your situation that you're in there. The health is good. All of the joint pain, shoulder pain that I've had and was dealing with for so long is gone. The knee is acting up quite a bit lately. I don't know why. It does that. About every 60 days, I have 3 or 4 days where the knee just feels like it's going to give out on me. And then all of a sudden it's fine again. It's probably because I need to do my own at-home physical therapy type stuff to it, which is hard to do. You wouldn't think so. We're locked down. I have nothing better to do, but basically I need to exercise the knee. I'm not exercising it enough. So we've been trying to get back on an exercise schedule here and see the WD-40 worked. The WD-40 never worked. I did try it though. Yeah, I figured why not. Yeah, the back. I had some back pain over the weekend because I spent too much time de-rocking and de-weeding 2 big portions of the garden where I planted flowers for Melanie. We're trying to get some big, just awesome flower garden going for late summer. Not late summer. Summer's over here, basically. Pre-Christmas. I'm doing a turmeric tea every day, and I think that's helped me a lot. Yeah, that's good news. The basketball hoops are back up, and the kids are allowed to play basketball for about 1 hour every day in the evening.
4 o'clock?
One of the people from the neighborhood has the key to unlock the net, and the kids are allowed to play basketball about 1 hour a day now. So we did get the hoop back, and they even bought a brand new basketball net for the hoop. So, and I have a chain net that I bought. It's on the way from Lazada. So once the basketball net that's on the hoop right now wears out, we'll be able to put a really nice stainless steel chain net up, and it'll last forever. Have you been to Wawa Dam in Rizal? No, sir, I have not. We went to a dam in Echo Park, but I haven't been to Wawa Dam in Rizal. Ouzelfinch, good morning, sir. How are you? Highway 1 up to Point Reyes. Yeah. All right, guys, that's going to be it. We're going to call the chat there. That's 2 hours, 17 minutes. Thanks to everybody who's in the room now that joined us. That was fun. Another great time. Don't forget to check out the people that are in the room, the channels that were in the room, as well as Melanie. Let's see who's left here. I can't see now on this StreamYard who's in the room. I can only see the number of people. Oh, look at that.
Bing, bing.
Bing, bing. I haven't seen this one before. Bing, bing. Anyway, thanks you guys for joining the live stream, and we'll see you on hopefully Friday. I didn't do the live stream last Friday. It was just wasn't into it, you know, having one of those days. But I will make an attempt to do a Friday live stream, and I'll post ahead of time, a day ahead of time, okay, if we're going to do it. Thanks a lot, you guys, for joining, and we'll see you when we see you. Bye now. Ouzelfinch, thank you.